I think, as everyone knows, this is my favorite thing to do. Ms. Thomas and Mr. Martin, you two are engaged. You're not quite sure whether you should get married, so you came here to get my sage advice on the issue. You gave me your marriage license. If I feel it's a good idea, I'll give it back. If not, I'll rip it up, burn it, you know, dig a hole and bury it. Whatever seems appropriate. We're going to get started, and I'm going to talk to you, Ms. Thomas, about your issues. You say that Mr. Martin is trying to get you to jump way out of your comfort zone. What does that mean?
When I say that, I mean, like, I mentioned a date night, and I'm thinking, you know, a movie, a dinner, because, you know, we like Italian, and, you know, he likes my lasagna, so I'm thinking maybe he want to, you know, do something like that. He does a 360 on me, and he started talking about, we need to try new things, you need to open up. He started talking about sex toys and all this. I'm like, wait, hold up. Like, you know, you just jumped the gun on me, like, you know, I'm a kind of, you know, I'm not a prude, but
You got to ease that in there with her, bro. You can't just off the rip come in the door and tell her that you bought something off Amazon for her. You can't do that, bro. I'm telling you, listen to your boy. All of them different. All of them different. Now, some of them, all right, cool. They might have been waiting on you to pop up to the house like that. But there's other situations, you got to handle it a little bit more delicate, bro. Handle it a little bit more delicate because she could be into it, or she probably never tried it before, or she might not want to do it at all, bro. She might not want to do it at all, but the thing with it is you got to handle every situation accordingly. So if she more reserved or she ain't really more outgoing, you know, just slide it in there like she said while she making her lasagna or something like that. Slide it in there when she making the lasagna, bro. If she putting the lasagna into the pan or about to put it in the oven, do what you gotta do. Do what you gotta do, but the direct and, you know, keep trying to pound the tree or pound the wall or whatever you want to call it, don't work for all of them. It does not work for all of them. All women are different, bro. You gotta handle every situation different. I promise you. I promise you. And it can be a lot. It can be a lot. That's why for me, I'm like, man, I was 5, 10, 15, however many whatever your count is, I'm like, man, that's a lot. That's 15 different personalities, 15 different, man, yeah, that's a lot, bro.
There's nothing wild. Now, how long had you been together when he made this switch to a greater freak need?
we've been knowing each other for a while, but we've been together for 5 years. Yeah.
But when did he start making
this was
requests?
like maybe like 7 months ago.
7 months ago. Mr. Martin, is that an accurate reflection of what happened?
You know what, to be honest with you, Your Honor, I don't know where this is coming from. This has been a while going. I've always wanted this to go on, but it's just a matter of talking to her about it without us getting into a misunderstanding.
Yeah. Now, as gently as you can, tell me how far you're looking to go. I mean, are we talking other people? We talking you want to watch stuff? Is it a toy thing? Are you getting hoists and chains and leather? What nature of freak are you seeking?
You know, I just wanna, you know, a little tie, little. You know,
little tied up,
little tied up, little role play, little fun, you know, nothing crazy. No third party though.
No third party.
No third party. No.
Gotta slide that in there, bro. Slide it in there. She might be coming home from work or something like that when she walked through the door. Hey, freeze! Don't move! Don't move! I have suspicion that you're concealing weapons underneath of your a tie or whatever, bro. Switch it up. It's all in the approach and how you make it happen, and it doesn't have to happen the first time that you want it to happen. We gotta pump our brakes and realize for them, if they've never done it before, and for us as men, bro. If this, man, it might be our first time. Scared, nervous, shocked, excited. It's everything going through your head. Everything going through your head. So I'm not saying no, deny yourself or whatever you want. I'm not saying that at all. Good. good. Make sure that it's good. Yeah, I'm not saying that at all, but what I am saying is you just gotta be able to work it in there. You gotta be able to work it in there. You can't just pop out and say, hey, I mean, you could. Sometimes it works. But again, all women, other times it might not. It might not. And again, that does not mean no. I think we mess up right there. I know I do. I mess up right there just because the first time she wasn't really as how can I put it? Open and as welcome as you would like for her to have been. That don't mean that she won't lay it on down the line. Like I said, I was joking. I was playing with you. I was just playing with. She might play along. She might come back around and play along, put her hands on the walls. Yeah, bro, you don't know. So don't. If it don't happen the first time, don't take it as, oh, this will never happen and I need to leave it alone or whatever. Nah, bro, get creative. Approach the situation in a different way. Get creative. That's what we got to do, bro. That's what we got to do.
Yeah, because it never works out, Martin. It never ever works out.
And I'm gonna get
Ms. Thomas, I'm going to plead this case for just a hot second here. Just a hot second. A little bit of this and a little bit of that. Do you find it offensive or it's just like, it's a little strange? I'm not real comfortable.
Not real comfortable. I feel it's kind of weird, something I never done. But I'm good with the lingerie and heels. I dress up,
Right.
But after you tie me up, what's gonna happen next?
Yeah. I understand. I've had trouble with that too. Would you mind if she tied you up?
Well, first of all, this is my fantasy list, so let's keep it right there.
Right.
Second of all, Your Honor, we're together, okay? And if we can't do these things together, how are we gonna move forth? I mean, respectfully, I'm sure you're a married woman, and I'm sure there's gonna be a time when you and your husband want private time to do certain things. Well, that's where I'm at with this. I just want to have private time with my woman and have fun. She's taking on her grandchild. Right now, that's 5 years old, and kids need attention, and I can respect that, not to take it away from her. But at the same time, I am a man, and I have needs, and there'll be times where I think the mood is going, it's about to come, and the next thing you know, bye, it's a knock on the door with her and her finger. Grandma, I need some cereal, And out of respect, you can't deny the kids, but
sure.
I want my adult time.
Ms. Thomas, have you figured out a way to make sure that your man gets what he needs while you're still caring for people who clearly have a great number of needs, which is children?
Yeah, but I'm still trying to figure out, what's gonna happen when you tie me up.
You're worried about that. I see that. Okay. Mr. Martin, here's what I'm gonna say to you. Are you at all hesitant at your age saying, hey, now I got a 5-year-old to raise? I mean, that would be a legitimate concern.
I am concerned about that, but this is the reason why we're here, because I love my lady. I think she's a beautiful person despite what we have going. But these are small things, small things to a giant, and we're trying to get big, so we have to work on the small things. So that's where we're at today. I just want her to know that, regardless of how it looks and how it sounds, I really care about this woman. Just my lady.
Right on.
Your wannabe husband over here. That's what I'm gonna call your wannabe husband over here said something very cute that I thought it was cute. He says he's got good steak but no sauce. and he wants a little sauce. I don't want you to do anything that's uncomfortable to you. Can you meet him halfway with stuff?
Yeah.
That I mean, clearly she don't want to be tied up. You get that part? That's just not gonna happen.
Check. She doesn't not want to be tied up. She wants to know what's going to happen to her if she's tied up. Big difference. Like I said, it's not a no. It's not a no, and we can't get in our head and be like, oh, well, if she want to know, then I ain't going to tell her I don't feel like doing it, then forget about it. Stop acting like you 5. Stop acting like you 5. All right, cool. Leave it alone. I'll leave it alone. Maybe you out. We might be out somewhere walking past the goddamn some bikes or something, a bike rack or something, and the bikes is tied up. And then you like, damn, whatever. Do it however you gotta do it, but I don't want to say, well, no is no. Let's get that out the way right now. No is no. But wanting to understand more because, again, like she said, she's never done this before. I don't think that that's too far off, bro. I want to know what's going to happen. I want to know what's going to happen. If I'm walking into a room or escape room or something like that or whatever, bro, I want to know what I got to do, where I got to go, where I'm supposed to be. That's just me. That's just me. But I also get where he coming from. Sometimes in life you do want to be spontaneous and, hopefully it work out that way. But if it don't, it don't. It ain't nothing wrong with reapproaching the situation. I think that's what this is about. You just got to reapproach the situation. Reapproach it, bro, and she'll be cool. And if she not cool with it, that's a problem. Houston, we have a problem.
She doesn't feel safe. It's not going to work out. But there, maybe one ought to be creative in the kind of needs that you can feed and find something that's a little, less captive. and still,
But Judge,
feed your freak.
Your Honor, he's talking about this steak. He got a juicy steak right here. He don't need any sauce.
Oh, okay.
He don't need that.
Excuse me, Your Honor.
Yeah.
Who eats a steak with no sauce? Tell me.
But see,
I understand it's been marinating because it has been, babe. I'm trying to bring it to I'm trying to cook it now.
Mr. Martin, I'm gonna let you beg later. But right now we're gonna take care of what we're gonna take care of. Here's what I see. In addition to the disconnect that you have with respect to your sexual wants and needs, I think there is a huge issue with respect to communication. Both of you are saying to one another, this one won't listen, this one doesn't hear. So, and that's a huge issue. So if you can't get the communication together, the sex will never come together either. So we need to talk about that communication. Ms. Thomas, you say that Mr. Martin thinks he's always right, one, and two, cannot get into a normal conversation without losing his temper. Why don't you give me some examples of that behavior?
Okay, we went to a fast food restaurant like last week, and I went in to get the food while he stayed in the car, and I came back out, and I bought him a chicken sandwich because he likes chicken sandwiches. So he got mad because I didn't ask him what he wanted. And I'm like, are you serious? So that started an argument. And it's like, why are you assuming that I wanted that? And what do you have? I'm like, I have a burger. And he's like, well, that's what I want. And I'm like, are you serious? You acting like a little kid?
Mr. Martin, what is your take on that event?
First of all, that is not true. Second of all, the reason why I was upset, because it's me, her, and the grandchild. We're stopping at a fast food place, and simply she just went in. There was nothing interrupting me to where she couldn't talk to me about it. She just came in with a sandwich. And I was upset for the simple fact that she didn't even ask me. That's just like if I take you somewhere to eat and I let you and your child go in, aren't you gonna ask me, well, babe, what do you want? You're not just gonna assume I want a chicken sandwich. And that's what I was trying to make a point. Our communication is bad. It's like, don't assume.
All of this over a sandwich, bro? A sandwich, bro? Like, you got a point, he got a point, but to take it there and we talking about this in court over a sandwich? Nah, bro, that's pick and choose. We gotta be able to pick and choose our battles. There's other things that's more important. There's other things that require our attention that we need to be giving our attention to. And we sitting up here talking about a sandwich. Practice! We talking about practice. Not the game. Practice. Practice. Undefeated is MVP, and we talking about practice. We talking about practice. Not the game. Not the game. We talking about practice.
I got that. Why didn't you say, hey, babe, get me, as she's out, you know what I mean? I'd like because nobody can go anywhere in a restaurant with me. This is what I want.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, and I respect that, but why am I the bad? Why am I the victim?
Well, I don't think you're a victim. I think you're the guy that got mad because he didn't get the sandwich and you didn't ask for the sandwich that you wanted.
Well, it's true, but you know what? I just feel like, it's just respect. It's common courtesy. That's just like if I went somewhere to get something to eat.
I got that. But, Mr. Martin, I think that is the very tip of a larger problem that you say you have with her, which is you think she really doesn't listen, that she doesn't pay attention.
Nah, I wouldn't say that. You got to speak up for yourself. You have to speak up for yourself. I mean, today you might be feeling Cobb salad, But for the past 20 years, you've been getting the #1 with the Polynesian sauce and all of that, bro. I mean, he got a point. I get where he's coming from, but you got to be able to speak up. And again, you can't get mad about something like that and harbor them feelings and emotions because you still tripping that she got you the wrong sandwich. You still tripping that she got you the wrong sandwich, bro. Again, we got to be able to pick and choose our battles. And it's not a big problem. Like, it's not a big problem at all. If this is y'all biggest problem, fuck it. Y'all get married again tomorrow. Y'all come meet me at the cabana again tomorrow. It's all cool. It's all cool. But I think, like, what she's about to say is that because you don't speak up for yourself and you don't say what you want, then it's plain and simple. And this goes... If you don't speak up for yourself and say what you want, then the other person will not know. That person does not know. There are no mind readers. There are no mind readers. I can't wake up this morning and be like, oh, well, she had a bad night last night. She didn't sleep good. I got to be what I can't. I don't know. I don't know. Same way. And it's the same way with us. It's the same way with the fellas. She can't wake up in the morning and be like, oh, well, he was staying up late recording last night, so he probably tired or whatever. No, she doesn't know. She doesn't know, bro. So as long as you keep your mouth closed, I'm not going to say you're not going to get what you want, but don't get upset when you don't get, exactly what you want. And again, we talking about a sandwich. We talking about a sandwich, bro. We in divorce court talking about a sandwich, bro. Petty.
I mean, you said a number of things in your papers about the manner in which you two can't communicate. You're a minister of some sort, correct?
I'm a hood minister.
A hood minister.
That's correct.
And define that for me.
Well, hood minister stands for helping our own discover, and I started a group called Hood Therapy, and it's helping our own people realize our own problems instead of running around trying to blame other people. So,
shout out to bro, man. That's a dub. That's a dub, and I love the acronym. I love what it stands for. I love that. I love that, bro, because we need that. We need that. We need that in our community. That's something that's not talked about. It's not really a lot of awareness on it. And truthfully, to be honest, in my personal opinion, I believe that we would do the best job at helping each other. We need to help each other, bro. But for anybody can help you, you got to be able to help yourself. I say it on here all of the time. If you in that water and I'm on the dock and you not trying to float or swim or nothing like that, you going straight down, bro. I'm not going to jump in there to go get you. If you already gave up, I'm good, bro. I am good. I'm good. You got to be able to help yourself. You got to be able to help yourself, bro. So, like I say, I feel as though, in my personal opinion, it would benefit us to be able to help ourselves first. To help ourselves first. And shout out to bro for being a pioneer to that. Honestly, if you want me to be truthfully honest with y'all, that's my goal. That's my goal with this. But granted, you got to, factor in some other things as well. But the ultimate goal is for me is to help, bro, is to help and be able to allow people to have a space. And again, shout out to the subs. Shout out to all my subscribers, everybody. I love y'all. I promise you I do. Y'all don't know, bro. Y'all don't know. Sometimes it be the comments. Sometimes it be the numbers. Sometimes it be the whatever. It's a lot. It's a lot, bro. But what I've learned and what I've noticed is to have like that consistent support. That's a big help, bro. That does a lot. And that's off of here. That's off of YouTube. I'm talking about me and my regular life. Derek, Dirk, whatever you want, Dirk. That nigga, yeah, him, bro. That help. It helps. And I appreciate it, man. I can't tell y'all. I can't explain it to y'all enough. I can't explain that to y'all enough. I promise y'all I can't. Because for me, I'm like, all right, cool. I'm just sitting here chopping it up, giving you my thoughts and my opinions. You could have been anywhere in the world tonight. Y'all could have been anywhere in the world tonight. But you here with me, and I fucking appreciate that. I really do. I promise you, I really do. But again, back to him with the whole hood helping others. What is that? Helping others discover that, bro. That's A1, and I'm proud of that. I like that.
Basically, what I do is I give people advice, whether it's friendship, relationship, work, you know, anything.
What advice would you give you?
What advice I give myself?
That's real.
Don't get mad and maybe move on to somebody who don't want me.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah.
You say his temper's really bad, though. You know, he throws his clothes around. Oh, no, you just think he treats you like a maid. Is that it?
Yeah, Your Honor. He would get out the shower and leave his pants. That's like a trail of clothes. Like, hey, wait a minute, pick that up. Like, you know, sometimes I won't mind. I'll pick it up and not say nothing because I don't want no confrontation.
No, yeah.
So I'll pick it up, and it's like the more I pick it up and don't say nothing, the more he does it.
Do you have anything to say about that,
I
Mr.
do.
Martin? Or
You know what? I'm gonna say this. There's nobody perfect, okay? And if there was, they'd be able to walk across water without drowning. What I'm simply saying to you is that, you know what? I know in your past you've had men you don't trust. But now you have a man with wings. Let me fly you and let me take you to the places we need to go instead of being scared of everything. A scared woman cannot win.
Mr. Martin?
What the fuck do that got to do with you leaving your clothes in the middle of the floor? He sound like a con artist, bro. I'm starting to take back everything I said. Bro, all of that sound good. That's nice, but you say that for the end. You need to answer these and what are they? Whatchamacallit? The questions. Answer the damn question, bro. Answer the question. That's awkward. That's awkward, bro. It's a time and a place for everything. And that's how I know you ain't approach that situation with them toys and all. That's how I know you ain't approach it right. You don't get that. You don't get that. Man, real, what they say, real recognize real. I promise you, bro. I can promise you, bro. Yeah, that says a lot. To me, that says a lot to me. You don't really have a good... You're not aware. You don't really have good awareness in situations. Well, in relationships, I don't know you outside. I don't know, bro. I don't know, Dub. But in that type of sense, bro, that's left field. That came from left field. That's not cool. I don't like that.
It was almost a beautiful thing you said there. You had a cranky attitude with it. It was a beautiful concept, which leads me to what I'm going to ask you to do next, which is I'm going to need you both to tell me. You've told me why you may not get married, but now I'm going to need to know why you think you should get married. Mr. Martin, I'm going to start with you since you had a little bit of it going on already. You've told me about all the problems that you have and the things that you're concerned about. Now I want to know why you're considering getting married. Why is this woman, Ms. Lanice Thomas over there, the woman for you? You got 90 seconds to sell me on it. Go.
I will tell you simply. For one, she's a beautiful woman. She's a loyal woman. She respects me and she handles her business. And for that, I'll never leave her side. But there's nothing perfect. Nothing perfect. And all I want her to do is just understand, you know, let's work through this together, you know? We could be a lot of things, but one thing I know is I'm not a fool for loving her, and I'm not a fool for sharing the things that I want to do with her, you know? And I hope that she understands that, yeah, it may sound silly, but this is your silly man talking, not your silly friend. So I want you to understand that. I love you with all my heart.
I love you too.
Yeah. All right.
You know, Mr. Martin, you said lovely things, but every once in a while you would say it in a way I think you're mad. And I'm not sure if it's just me or if it's you or anything. Maybe that's just the way you speak or something. You seem to be annoyed by something. Are you you're a little cranky about something?
You can't rush the process, bro. You cannot rush the process. If she not ready, then she just not ready. It's nothing you can do, say, buy. Nothing, bro. She not ready, then she just not ready. And it's up to you to decide if you want to stick around or not. That's your decision. That's your call. But you can't get upset with her for not being where you want her to be. You can't. You can't. Listen to me. All right. All right. Y'all want it? All right. Recently. This is recent. This is recent, like 2 months ago, 3 months ago. In a situation, dealing with got a lady friend, and I'm talking to her, and every time we talk, we have a great conversation. I'm like, hey, I want to see you. Let's go out. We go out. We have a great time. All right, fine, cool. So the more and more we talk, the more personal and deeper the conversation go. So we having a conversation. We talking about family. We get to talking about family. And she hit me out the blue. She like, yeah, well, my dad, somebody. And then after that, he my mom, and then after that and I'm like, man, what the and it's not to say like you wrong. I'm not saying to like, oh, what's wrong with you? I'm just saying in that situation, I wasn't expecting that, bro. I was not expecting that. I was not expecting that. So after she said it, I'm like, damn, that's I ain't know you was gonna say that. I didn't see that coming. I really don't know how to respond. I'm gonna be honest with you. And after that, I don't want to say that she was annoyed or nothing like that, but you can kind of tell that the tide changed. The tide, bro. It was a low tide after that. The tide was low after that, bro. The tide was medium. It was a medium tide, but I say all that to say after that, things kind of, it kind of fizzled down a little bit. And we haven't had the conversation. So I'm going to assume that after she told me that information and I don't want to say respond how she wanted me to or whatever happened in that situation. It didn't go the way that I guess she envisioned that it would go. It kind of, it put like I don't even want to say a wedge. It was like a little glass mirror in between. It was a little glass mirror right there. So my thing with it is, in that situation, I wasn't ready. I wasn't ready for that. I wasn't ready to hear that. So again, for her, you can't say, "Oh, well, I'm stop talking to you or talk to you less or whatever because you weren't ready for that." I just wasn't ready for that. I wasn't ready for that. Now thinking about it, after some time go through and stuff like that, cool. Reapproach the situation and we can go out again tomorrow if you want to. It is what it is, but you can't. If they not ready, then they just not ready, bro. If they not ready, then they just not ready. And I've been on the other side. I've been on the other side as well. I've been on the side where I'm dealing with a young lady and, as a result of the things that she went through in her life, she wasn't able to, open up and love and want to be loved and all of that stuff. And that's cool. That's cool. I'm like, hey, I can't look at you and say I'm mad at you or upset with you. Or I hate you or can't stand you because you're not ready for what I want. This is what I want. That's what I want. I can't get mad at you for not being ready for what I want. You can't do that, bro.
I'm not really cranky about anything. I just feel that, you know what? My love is serious, and I know some things sound funny and sarcastic, but truth of the matter, we've been going through this for a while now, and I want her to know.
You want to get it right.
Right. It's serious fun. You have fun, but it's serious going through it. And so that's all I'm saying.
Serious business. Okay. Ms. Thomas, you've got 90 seconds to outdo him on a show of love.
He's handsome, sexy, loving, caring, sometimes understanding when he knows how to listen, But other than that, he's a very kind person. And it seemed like without him, I'm kind of lost because I'm so used to him being around. So, I love him. Mm-hmm. And I think that we could get through this. And we'll be in the marriage. I think it'll work.
That was a little weak, I gotta say.
Yeah.
She's conflicted. She want to do it. She want to be able to trust him, love him, be with him, come home with him every night and do all of that wild, freaky stuff. She want that. But she not there yet, bro. You can tell she's still conflicted. And the confliction, I don't know. We don't know. You'll probably never know. You'll probably never know, bro. Sometimes it might be the ex. Other times it could have been the way that there was their upbringing. Other times it could be they might have a mental issue that they don't know about, and it's okay. It's okay. Shout out to the Mental Health Month. We love it. But yeah, bro, you can tell this is something. There's something in her that just won't allow her to break away and fly. Break away and fly, bro. And like I say, I don't want to make it seem like she's wrong for that because we are where we are in life. We are where we are in life, and that's where we supposed to be. So if she at the point where she, kind of almost there, whatever, cool, that's where she at. That's where you at. Don't get mad at her. Don't get upset with her. Don't try to grab her. She grab her by the head, but don't pull her along and be like, come on, I need you to get right here. Nah, bro. And if you really care about her, accept her for where she at. Accept her for where she at. And it's up to you if you want to, do anything past that or go past that. But a lot of the times, bro, as people, we just out here just we try to do what we got to do, bro. We're trying to do what we gotta do. We don't need no added pressure, no added expectations, or no added whatever you will, however you want to put it. We don't need that. We don't need that, bro. But yeah, I believe, in my personal opinion, she not there yet, and she wants to be. She just ain't jumped that fence. She ain't jumped the fence yet for whatever reason. For whatever reason.
A little weak, but I think I believed him a little more than I believed you. But that's okay.
God
That's
knows
okay.
my heart.
That's all right. I looked at your compatibility test, saw a couple of interesting things. First of all, Ms. Thomas, when I asked you what was wrong with you, you could only think of two things.
I don't think
I
nothing's
got
wrong with me.
27 I can list off the top of my head that's wrong with me. Two things. You got to look a little deeper. You're not self-aware enough.
Oh, okay.
Just argumentative and stubborn. There's other stuff going on. You just don't know what it is, but you got to know what it is before you actually get married. Honest to God, it won't work out if you don't.
Yeah, I know what it is because I think I'm
Do you know what she doesn't like about you?
Everything so far.
You don't listen. You can't manage money.
What?
Too freaky in bed, but hey, you know. We already knew that. And he's a little absent-minded. I don't think these things are too bad. You had a little more to say about what you didn't like about her. First of all, you were very self-aware. You were. You said, I got anger issues, I shout sometimes when answering. You're sarcastic in conversation. I mean, a lot of people wouldn't say that about themselves. It's very self-aware, and self-awareness is the first step towards betterment. So I was pleased to see that. He said about you that you talk over him, acts old-fashioned, police-like ways. I guess like she's like a sergeant in charge, and of course the sex thing. You know, it's got to go again. And she doesn't listen to me. Let me ask you something, Mr. Martin. Are you looking for more of a traditional wife in a more, you want a freaky, but you would like more of to be the leader in the home? Because both of you said he should be the head of the household and that women are more emotional and that should be taken into consideration when making decisions, which I found interesting, and I want to talk to you about that. Mr. Martin, I really want you to look at this communication issue. What aren't you comfortable with respect to what she does or what she doesn't say or the manner in which she does or does not listen to you?
I can make it a small version, easy version. I like an old school house with updated windows. I like the fact of a woman having discipline, respect, and not submissive. But at the same time, I want her to be experimental with me. And I feel like at some point she doesn't trust me, similar to what we said back to, and I hate to keep you bringing up the past, but as far as tying up, why would you be afraid of me to tie you up? But I can give you the keys to the house and be gone, and it's the same thing. So at the end of the day, it's about trust. And I just want her to trust me, regardless of what decisions we make together. Trust me. It's a big thing.
I do trust you, but I mean, that tying up, that's something new to me. I'm not.
Here's where I am on this issue. And you saw me try to get you a little more freak over there. I was working on your behalf. I really was. But people have personal boundaries that have nothing to do with trust. It has to do with who they are and how they feel, and some things some people can't do. And it has nothing to do with the fact that whether she not trusts you, but it's just an emotional and psychological, it's a big deal tying somebody up. I've been married to my husband 25 years. We've been together 27 years. He can't tie me up. You know what I mean? I sleep next to him. I've never worried about him doing anything. But that, to me, psychologically is demeaning, and I can't go there. Exactly. And she may feel that way, and that has nothing to do, it's not a personal opinion or commentary on how she feels about you. It's her psychological thing. Just like, you know what I mean? You can't take it personally, the not getting tied up part.
Exactly.
But let me say this to you people. Once you put down those ropes, you got something going on here.
For sure.
I think you're two mature people. I think you're intelligent people. I think you have a sense of humor. Humor is essential in marriage. Yeah. If you can't laugh a few things off, you're in a world of hurt from the very beginning. I think you know what you want. I think you know how to get what you want. And I just like you people. I like you individually, and I like you together, and I would like you to take this woman down the aisle and marry her. Good luck to both of you. This matter is adjourned.
They almost ain't make it. They ain't almost the cabana. They almost ain't. He almost didn't make it into the cabana. We got a coconut for the pretty girl, but the dude, no, you don't make it into the cabana. Yeah, bro, you got pump your brakes, bro. I don't think she was all the way no. I don't think she was all the way no. I think it was what she said. She wanted to know what would happen, how it would go down, and then she would make her decision from there. So I don't think that she was all the way no. But you can't get upset with her. You can't push her off or run her off because you didn't get what you wanted when you wanted at that point in time, bro. You can't do that. You'll lose a great woman, bro. Listen to your boy. Listen to your boy. You will lose some great women, bro, pushing them away because they not giving you what you want when you want it. They not giving you what you want when you want it. So now you feel whatever kind of way you feel about it. And instead of, like I said, taking a deep breath, saying, you know what, I'm gonna run to the car real quick, I'm gonna get whatever I need and I'm gonna come back. Because in those type of situations, you got to remember, we're all humans, bro. So you've been in situations where you've never done something and you felt nervous, or you was going somewhere, you ain't know what to expect or something. Everybody's felt that feeling. Everybody's felt the feeling of uncertainty when they're doing something new. Everybody felt it, bro. Same way with me and the camera, or me and baseball, soccer, football. You don't know. So you can't, I don't want to say force because it really wasn't forceful. He was trying to finagle it. But I ain't like it, bro. I'm like, just let her, like, ease it. You got to be able to ease it, bro. And that's where we really get it twisted at. And some, not all, some, but, you know, there are those who that works. That's what worked best. And, you know, you get the best results, and more power to you. More power to you, bro. But in this situation with that woman, who was a decent woman, a good woman, good for you, you ain't really had no issues or problems or nothing like that. You wanted her to go that way with it, whatever the case may be. Like, you just gotta be able to chill, keep it P, bro. Chill out and just keep it P. Like I said, man, when she got home, every Friday, you can't be on the schedule. I do like a Tuesday, I'm gonna pop up. I might set a small fire in the house or something like that, and the smoke detector's going off, and then spray it with the water, I got you. I be giving y'all my sauce, bro. I be giving y'all my sauce, and y'all really like the video. Please. Please. What Tupac say? He said, make some of them ribs, please. Yeah, bro. Yeah. Y'all let me know what y'all think about that video. GTG, the family, as always, is good. Bro, I said as always is good. I'm tripping. Let me know if y'all notice. Whoever put it in a comment, that might be a little bit tough for y'all. So the video, I was recording the video. Now I'm looking at the camera. I'm looking dead straight. I'm looking at the camera. Normally the camera is supposed to be over here. The camera was supposed to be right here. So it was just a loss. I was going to say, whoever can tell me what, was different about the video or something like that, drop it in the comments and we'll take. But yeah, I messed up the outro. Am I going to record it again? How about no? GTG, the family, as always, is love, and I'm out.